the fun thing for me is I want to see how you're finding the most active ICPs that we have and what is active in your definition.
It's doing quite the search, guys. This is awesome. Voice, DNA, update the profile, activate the skills, pick discovery approach, run prospect, create the GTM agency list, run the title searches, find 2 to 3 high signal intent LinkedIn post scripts, score the candidates against. Okay, so it found all these people here. These are super highly qualified. High intent, highly qualified, highly active. Here's what it did. Here's the entire sequence here. Step 1, profile view. Step 2, like a post. Step 3, connection request. Step 4, comment.
Got all these skills files, these markdown files, and I've
Yeah.
got, there's a lot of them that are like contradicting each other. And I found
Okay.
that the best way to look at them all is to pull them into VS Code and to have Claude Code open because you can have, all these windows open at the same time in one dashboard. And that way I'm not context switching between Claude, between
Yep.
Cowork, between these folders. And I'm just getting used to, doing the slash commands. I mean, I'm not a coder. I'm an
Okay.
artist. I'm a sales guy, but I'm starting to get used to it. I'm understanding. And from what I understand, it's easier to track your token usage because you can just put slash, what is it, context, and you can see how much context you have. So there's all these little things in there. It's just a shift in the way that you're working with the tool, I think, right? John, is that a good way to explain it?
More or less, yeah. The onus is more on you if you use Claude Code. For example, like Rob, you mentioned that you're doing scheduling, right? So scheduling requires infrastructure, it requires messages to be queued, it requires a queuing mechanism, it requires the actual delivery of those messages, right? So you can do that in Claude Code too. It's just the infrastructure is not there. You have to go find that infrastructure. There's tons of infrastructure tools out there. If you ask Claude, hey Claude, I want to send some messages. What should I do to send these messages? Or I want to send an email. Claude will be like, oh, you could use resend, or oh, we could do an MCP connector to Gmail. Whereas like Claude Cowork is just kind of more in there.
Got it.
So it's more of a packaged experience.
Okay.
It's a great packaged experience for what it can do. Like the fact that it can do automations in it is incredible.
Yeah.
So it's a great start. Like highly don't jump straight into Claude Code unless you're
Good.
already technical, because then you'll get overwhelmed and you'll be like, oh man, this is just way too much of a learning curve, and then you'll get turned off from it, and you don't want to get turned off from this stuff. Like you want to use this stuff.
Okay.
So cool.
Thanks.
Good.
I
Good
think
answer.
John, let me just I think for
Yeah.
me it's not more about Claude Cowork. I think when I saw that you're thinking of LinkedIn outreach being more active on LinkedIn, which is something that we were going to try to build. I think let's put it this way, there's 7 million tools who can do LinkedIn outreach, right? We
Yeah.
have like 5 tools already who can do that, but all those are very simple, right? Like you can do if else workflow, if they like this, you can like their profile, you can send an email, you can do their LinkedIn in mail. That's already set in place. But I think you're thinking to say, why would I send a random Apollo list ICP to people that are not even active on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
So that is not about what the hell tool we use. It's about thinking like, okay, who's active, who's been active, and what does that activity looks like? Because putting my job up description or update is not really as active, right? Are they really using LinkedIn? Like, so if I have SDRs, which is money is not an object, right? I can hire them everywhere in every country, like Colombia, like where you are, which is like super cheap, right?
Yeah.
It's thinking like, how are you gonna find these people, right?
Yeah.
Can you find it, or my Claude can find it better?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you go, and then from there, think what you're going to say smartly and not just say great post, right? But I think it's more for that, right? Like the fun thing for me is I want to see how you're finding the most active ICPs that we have and what is active in your definition.
I love your thinking. That's exactly it. So what you described is a workflow, and what Safari does is quite literally that, workflows. And it even gives you workflows for you. And you can tell it like, this is my requirements. This is who I'm trying to find, construct a workflow for me. and it will look through Safari, it'll look at all the skills, and it will do that. And that's exactly what I'm going to demonstrate to you right now. So I have
Okay.
Claude Cowork here, okay? And I also have Claude Code. Sorry if I'm moving around. Can everyone see what I see on my screen okay? Some people say it's too small.
It's small, but it can be seen.
Okay, so what we got two options
Kind of
here.
small and blurry, right?
I got blurry. Yeah, mine
So
Blurry,
here we
yeah.
go. This is better, right?
getting better. Yeah.
Yeah. But now I just remind me to move my cursor slowly because I always like to move things really fast. So
This
better,
was
right?
happening to me just in regular Claude Code. It was giving these really weird artifacts. It told me to turn off hardware acceleration. It's like a common bug. I don't know if that's what does this.
No, I'm using a tool, and this tool just, it's basically this tool has hijacked the camera. Like literally,
Oh,
and
okay.
so it's like doing screen sharing through my actual camera here.
Is that
So that's how
OBS?
it's able to do this. Give you like
There
that's
you
why
go.
for you see this nice background and you see my face to the left or to the right or whatever it is. However you see
That's
it.
how OBS Studio. Is that what you're using?
It's called Boom,
Oh,
Boom.
boom. Okay, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
it's so far it's all right.
I
So I
downloaded it, but I kind of gave up on it. But you like it?
Well, it's been had some glitches and like
This part?
it can do this, right? And the difficult thing is I like to use a mic and if I use a mic to capture the audio, then it won't capture your audio. So that's a huge
Yeah.
downside of it. So now I have to capture all audio through my MacBook, which is good, but it's not great. Okay, guys, listen, I'm going to kick this off here. So we're all here because, we want to go through the ultimate workflow. The ultimate workflow is trying to move slowly here. Is let me pull up Safari. This is Safari here. Let me go to the playbook. So this is the playbook that we're all here for. Sorry, let's click on it. The ultimate outreach workflow. Now, this is just an idea of a workflow. This is a workflow that's great for finding people who are hard to find because Claude is really good at finding that really hard to find ICP. And this is an example of the workflow. So we're going to basically go through this workflow. Okay, like if you want to run a full workflow end to end into Claude and have a list ready, this is what it will do. It's going to run this. So we are going to run this. You can find this workflow in Safari. Okay, so you log in, you go to playbooks. This is the whole workflow here. It's a one-shot prompt, but it's not actually it's a prompt that tells Safari to basically get a bunch of skills and do it. And you'll see in a second here. So you can start with a list, as you can see here. It will research all leads. It will segment by LinkedIn activity. It will enrich emails, and then it will build a multi-channel campaign here. Now, this is what Claude does. Somebody's saying they can't read anything. Can everybody read this?
It's a little blurry.
Wow.
Yeah. For me, a lot blurry.
I can zoom in a little bit more.
Yeah, that's better.
There we
Oh,
go.
now it's crisp. I just super zoomed in.
Excellent. Yeah, we super zoomed in. So I just zoomed in with the touchpad there. So yeah, so as you can see, we can do the full. I mean, like, it's okay. Like, sorry that it's blurry, but you're gonna all get access to this anyways. So
Oh, thank you.
right, and this is just an example of a workflow. Like Claude is going to customize the workflow for you. Okay, because Claude's the brain. The way that I describe the tool, Claude is the brain, Safari is the hand, Safari is the executor. Safari even tells Claude like all of the things that Claude can do. This is all the type of outreach we can do, et cetera, et cetera. And then Claude basically is the intelligent one that figures out how to do it, structure the outreach. So this is an example of a workflow, okay? And we're gonna try to do this when I try. We're gonna do this right now, all right? Inactive email, et cetera, et cetera. Now it's going to copy your voice. So when it sends out it's going to generate messages, right? So it's going to generate all the messages in your voice. And that's part of the onboarding wizard with Safari. It's going to ask for all of your voice sample DNAs and all of that. It's going to choose a scheduling module. So Safari does, like Claude Cowork, Rob, how you mentioned Claude, can do schedulers, like see. So there's a Claude scheduler, and then there's there's the Safari scheduler. So you got two different options here. So if you do it through Safari, then it sends it just automatically in the background. So it's always working, it's always running, it's just always sending, right? So you don't have it's just like a one and done thing. You don't have to worry about it, right? If you want to do it through Claude, you can. So you have these different options. You can choose which infrastructure you want to use. I want to schedule it through Claude, or I want to schedule it through Safari, right? Some people want to do it through Claude for whatever reason, do it. It's fine. It's good for small surgical campaigns. Why not? Okay? And that's it. You activate it, you walk away. If you're doing it through Claude, you have to make sure your computer's on. And then Claude, before it sends everything out, it asks you for approval. You do it through Safari, it just does it, and you watch it happen. That's it. It's built-in safety mechanism. So I get this question so much, and I built this whole product around safety. So Claude will if Claude could do whatever it want unfetteredly, it would research a bajillion profiles all at once. It would like a bajillion comments at once. If it does all of that all at once, guess what? LinkedIn will pick up that you're using something about automation, and boom, your account's banned. Safari basically looks at every single action that Claude is trying to do and either approves or denies it based on the limits. And all the limits are mapped out. So there's 1 hour limits, there's 1 day limits, and there's weekly limits. Based on your LinkedIn profile, if you have a free account, a premium account, or Sales Navigator, or Sales Recruiter, it knows your limits. So part of the onboarding process is for you to tell Safari which account you have, and then that determines your limits. Okay. And if Safari finds that, hey, Claude, you're doing too much, it will stop it before it even hits LinkedIn. And it does it automatically. It's called the circuit breaker, okay? And then this is the monitoring step here, which is the last step. So basically, you just check the dashboard, you check your LinkedIn, you just see stuff happen. You see people reply to a comment that was sent out. Nice. Like that comment that you didn't even make, Claude made. Safari sent it, and somebody's replying to you. A lead is replying to you, and you're like, sweet. And that's basically how this works. Skills references here. So just so you know, these are all the skills that it references, that this workflow is going to. So I got to move this thing out of the way here, which you can't see. But okay, so search prospects, discovers prospects from LinkedIn. Let me zoom out a little bit here so I don't have to move. Okay, is this better? Can we still read? Yeah? Okay, good. So it can do searching, it can do researching, score an ICP. Highly, highly recommend that you do this with all lists, especially a list that you're getting from, for example, Apollo or something like that. You want to score it, okay? You definitely want to do the research as well. So research and scoring kind of happens hand in hand, okay? And then there's different ways on how you can segment a list. Like, for example, you can segment them based on if they're active on LinkedIn. If they've been active on LinkedIn over the last 30 days, then you can do a warm-up campaign to them, which is part of this one down here, the warm-up prospects campaign, all right? And all of these skills, they're all built into Safari. And Claude accesses all of them and knows exactly what to do. Great. Let's get into it. Let me switch tabs. Pull up Claude. So here we go. So I'm going to do a new project for you guys. Start from scratch. I'm going to call it Safari GTM Agency Outbound. Well, we can spell outbound, can't we, right? Great. So now we've loaded this up. We need to add a file here. So with any project, actually, what I want to do, sorry, let me zoom out real fast so you don't see my thing moving around. I got a README document here. Add this README. I'll just talk. I want you to add this README to this project and then analyze it so you know everything about me and my business and my outbound strategy. I'm using a dictation tool called WhisperFlow. Highly recommend you use any type of dictation tools because it speeds up your workflow by like a factor of 5 or 10. Not all of us can type I don't know, 1,000 words per minute, but with dictation tools, you can do it very, very fast. So it just...
You said WhisperFlow?
Yeah, I use WhisperFlow. So here we go. See, it's loaded up the README. John Pessler, here's all my information here. It already has all my stuff. What is Safari? World's first safe Claude MCP connector. Great. Now I want to, now using Safari MCP, I want you to do an outbound campaign on
Zoom in
LinkedIn.
again because it's very blurry otherwise.
Yeah, 1 second. I want you to do an outbound campaign on LinkedIn, please. Did it go away? Let's do okay. How should we structure an outbound campaign to GTM agencies? What should the steps be? Oh, look, I got your voice in here. Let me just get rid of that before I send it off. I want you to do an outbound campaign. All right. What is legacy model? I just say legacy model. All right. Just to show you here, if we go down to the connectors, here's all my connectors, as you can see here. Here's Safari. For some reason, it doesn't want to pull in the logo. Sometimes it doesn't. This is a Claude thingy. It's like, look, it's not even pulling Beehive's logo in. Come on, Claude. We can be better. We can get people's logos. All right, here we go. Campaign architecture, 7 phases. Phase 0, foundation. Yep. Phase 1, target discovery. Okay. Phase 2, research signals. Phase 3, warming. Phase 4, connection. Phase 5. As you can see, it's come up with quite a comprehensive plan already. And I didn't even, you saw me, I haven't done any. This is great. This is better than most GTM engineers like, that charge like 5 to 10,000 a month. So here we go. Your personal accounts. What's your weekly volume here? Let's do balanced. What's the objective? Let's do demos here. How hands-on do you want to be in the loop? Yeah, full auto, of course. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I can slow down.
One question, John. This is Rohit.
Yeah.
All these aspects are configured in Zevari connector. The one that popped up right now is through the Zevari connector, right? The volume, how hands-on, and all that stuff.
Yes. Exactly. Okay, so here's the concrete next steps. Safety gate. Yep. Want me to start at step 1 and walk through? What is step 1? Foundation load? Yes. So like with any campaign, you want to spend as much time as possible on the planning. The planning and, the planning is what should take up most of your time, right? So here we go. Now it's loading the tool, as we can see here. It's loading, it's basically talking with Safari, it's loading all the information here. Great. It's creating tasks, doing all of its things. This is what I don't like about Claude Cowork. You have to allow the tools way too many times, and there's no way to get around this. Here we go. See how it says the Z here? That means the Safari profile get. It's getting my profile, it's getting the skill list, so it's pulling in all the information. Right. It's processing everything, which is cool. If you did it in Claude Cowork, or sorry, Claude Code, how that would look, let me pull it up for you guys. It would look like this. Something like this. Is this the right one? This is not the right one. Hang on. Let me, okay, so we're writing up Claude here. Let me pull the past conversation I just had. We can resume. This is super technical, I know. Okay, I approve. Good. I think it was this one here. Yeah, here we go. See? So this is how Safari would look in Claude Cowork here. So you called Safari, made a message here, etc., right? This is how we would do research on people here. See? I just told it, like, for example, this is I want to send a message to Alex Yao. It figured out the Alex Yao I'm talking about because there's a bunch of Alex Yaos out there. So it searched LinkedIn, found him, see the Alex Yao, this is the right one. It found a bunch of them, but it was able to figure out which one that I want to do outreach to. Because it's Claude, and Claude's really smart. So Claude can figure it out, right? And so here we go. See it done. Look what it pulled in. Figured out our connection status, our audience, location, headline. He's the founder of a startup. Recent speaking. He pulled in his conversations, pulled in his post here. Here's an example of a post that was done 2 weeks ago. A build, past startup, background. So he pulls in all of this on him, right? It comes up with different ways to do hooks to him here. Comes up with a connection request message. Really nice. Nice and personalized, right? Really smart. Inbound message here. Why this works. And then I said yes. Send it. Here's the message it generated. It brings you an approval gate. Because we're sending messages and we're doing actions, you want to review these for sure. And sometimes you may want to modify them too. And so when you click the button here or click the link, it brings you into Safari and you just, click and you approve it. And you do this for all campaigns. So it will generate the entire campaign for you. You read the whole thing, you click approve, and then it executes. Okay, so now let's go back to this here. So it's pulled in my stuff here. Good. See, it's pulled in my voice DNA as well. Authoritative, contrarian, teacher to peer, what I'm doing literally right now. Yes. It's got it all. My power verbs crushes, kills. How does it know this? That's correct. That's all that stuff. Yeah. All right. So it's got all this stuff here. We're going to allow product offering here. See, it's pulled it all in. Allow. And now we're going to start searching. Great. 27 targets in the system. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop it. I want you to, instead of the 27 targets in the system, I want you to basically find new targets. I want you to find 50 people. So what do you think is the best way to find 50 GTM agencies? Should we use your search tool? Should we use, for example, Apollo, because we have Apollo MCP connector here? Maybe we can search through LinkedIn and search through the search bar. I'd like to know your opinion on this. And just so if you guys want to read it, there we go. So this is why you use voice dictation tools, because if I want to type this out, even if I was the fastest typer in the world, it still wouldn't be this fast. Let's be real. Voice is so much faster. Transfer of information is just, it's a game changer, guys. Get a voice dictation tool. Doesn't matter which one you get, just get one that's really good. Okay, so it's doing its thinking, yeah. Don't know why it says legacy model down here. The model can't be, but whatever. It'll be a good model. And my legacy model, it's probably Opus 4.6, which is a fantastic model. I mean, 4.7 is better for sure. Like I've been using it nonstop over the last 24 hours, and it's really good. You notice a difference in Claude Code. So all my Claude Code fans here, Aaron, you've probably noticed 4.7 is, wow, it's pretty awesome in Claude Code. That's all I could say.
Yeah, everything seems to be a bit better, but I don't know. There's people saying that I don't know. You read some of the stuff people are saying about it, like they purposely kind of did some things in 4.6 and then launched this as an upgrade, but they knew that there were all these problems.
Well, the one thing that I noticed when I first loaded, if I go to the, like for example, I will move, it's a good point you have there. Let me just generate a new thing here. So let me open up, why isn't it working? Close. Come on. Lovely, it's just being really slow. Okay. Well, it's being really slow. Okay, so see how I'm in Opus 4.7? So if I go to model, I notice that the first time Opus 4.7 loaded, as you can see, we have default sonnet haiku, and so you should all know the difference between these. Default is Opus, which is the smartest but slowest. Sonnet is like medium intelligence. Haiku is the fastest but dumbest, right? They all have their use cases. So there's different effort levels in all these models. It defaulted it to X high, which is like consumes like the second most amount of highest tokens. It defaulted to X high. Normally in the past, it defaults to medium. I just use medium because medium most of like 98% of the time or whatever, it's really good. So I use medium. But for 4.7, it defaulted to like X high, which would have, and if I didn't notice that, which I did notice, if I didn't, I would have consumed double the amount of tokens. Double. So that's Claude just trying to be sneaky here. Claude just wants you to use their tokens faster, so then you buy more tokens, and then you make them more money, right? So just watch out, guys. They're trying. This is a new sneaky way of how they're trying to get your money. So okay, here we go. Before I answer, two things to flag. Step one didn't land. Yes, it did. Okay, Apollo isn't actually connected here. Yes, it is. It's being dumb. Which discovery mix do you want to do? Safari search? Yeah, let's do that. Where should we source the common scraping post? You find them, yeah. Yeah, all this I'd run in parallel. Cool. Apollo is in here, like I've literally used it in here, so I don't know what it's talking about. Huh, it's not showing it here. You know what it is? It's the API. I was using their API, that's why. Okay. Not wired and weaker for agency. Okay, fine. Okay, it's already proceeding. So that's why. My bad, guys. I have used Apollo, but I used it in Claude Code. And Claude Code can do API calls, whereas in Cowork it cannot. It can only do MCP, which is good, but it's not APIs. So a little bit of difference. So now it gives us a progress indicator here. So let me just move this over here real slowly. Save voice DNA, update operator profile, activate relevant skills, prospect, create GTM agency target, run 5 LinkedIn title searches for GTM agency ICP. Sweet. So now it's doing it. And if we click on this here, we can see all the things that it's doing. Here we go. So I don't know what it's going to do for searching stuff, but as you can see, it's already put together the search mode here all by itself. Awesome. So I'm just going to allow it.
Could you maybe, in the meantime, explain how is it scraping the pages? Is it kind of using a bot to go into LinkedIn and click around, or how does
It's
this
using
work?
Safari. It's using Safari, as you can see here. See?
Mm-hmm.
It does a query each time through Safari. Safari is the direct connector to LinkedIn. Safari is basically, it provides safe access to LinkedIn. So as you can see, it's doing a lot of profile lookups right now, right? Now, when it does all these profile lookups, you don't see this, but it's spacing them out and it's doing it randomly. It's doing this to mimic human behavior. It's mimicking all this human behavior because if it doesn't mimic human behavior, if Claude had its way and Claude did all of these search LinkedIn posts all at the same time, it would send, like, as you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or so. It would do this all at once. If it did it all at once, like it wants to, guess what? That triggers, the LinkedIn automation alarms automatically. So we don't want that. So what Safari does, Safari spaces it out. So we got to zoom out here. So if you go to the command center here in Safari and we scroll down, we can see all the stuff that's doing right now. See? Just now, just now, just now. And it's not telling you the exact second that's doing, but it's spaced out. It's spaced out. So you see like 1 minute ago, just now, which means it was less than a minute ago. So we'll do about 5 to 6 or 7 actions at most per minute because it's grouped into per minute intervals. And we can see everything here. Search LinkedIn, sent a message, viewed a profile. So every action is tracked. You can see all of it here in your Safari dashboard. So you know what's going on in here. It also reads all of your messages. You can act on those messages here. If I go into, see all my signal intelligence here. There's a lot going on, but I'm kind of getting out of scope here. So let's go back to this and see what it's doing here. It's doing quite the search, guys. This is awesome. So if I was doing all this searching by myself, it would take forever. Let me zoom out here. Because somebody wants to record this, and you are getting a big deny because I'm taking a recording of this for you guys, so you don't have to worry about this. Okay. Great. So it found people. Its approach, which this is a great approach, is that to find the people that I'm interested in, what it did was it searched through LinkedIn post and then it worked through all of the posts and it basically looked through all the different profiles and it found, look at this, it found some posts and it found people. Great. The meta thing that you should know. Claude Cowork, yeah, where this structs. Before I keep burning cycles, let's decide on a path moving forward. Yep. Okay, how do you want to handle the Safari? Skip. Keep working. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. For LinkedIn profile search, when ready to resolve IDs here, which of the four should we do? All. Good. Now I'm just I could have told it to do a much bigger list than like, four or whatever. I could have told it to keep going until you find like 50 or you find 100 and it would just do that, right? And I would just periodically check in and, see what it's doing and so on and so forth, right? But for demo purposes, and as you can see, it moves a little slow. We're all we're trying to respect everyone's time here, so that's why I'm keeping the sample size as small as possible so we can move things along quickly. Make sense?
John, do you need memberships to the enrichment tools?
Well, it's enriching through LinkedIn. And, you can use whatever tools you want, but with Safari, as you can see here, it does the enrichment through LinkedIn. So, no, it uses your account. But if you wanted to use another tool to do enrichment, I mean, you could. I don't know why you would, but it's of course it's possible. Like for example, see you have connectors here. You have all these connectors. So I mean, another enrichment tool that you could use, Apollo, for example. Apollo is good for getting emails, for example. Safari also gets emails, so you have many options here, right? Locked in. Resolving the LinkedIn IDs, let's get in all that. Scraping all four, creating target directory in your project folder, hold everything, firing up lookups, and common scrapes in parallel. Excellent. So it's doing all the stuff. So yeah, let you guys know where we're at in the process. If we go to the playbook here, we're only at basically number 3 maybe. Number 3, number 4 is kind of where we're at out of this like 9-step process. That's where we're at right now. See, it's doing a lot of stuff. Yep. Excellent. Getting the post comments. Yep. Working through complex response. Great. Excellent. While we're doing this, I will zoom out. All right. Good results. Nice. Locations resolved. Scraped worked. Okay. It found their comments. Nice. So this Christina person here, 36 comments. Awesome. Matt, 16 comments, nice. And these two people, Clay and Jen, have not commented. Okay. So then it's going to do different outreach strategies based on, it's probably going to make comment response. And when it does the outreach, it's going to make, um, you know, like a reference to the comments that Christine and Matt has made. And it's going to figure out which are the best ones. Two empty, both posts have comments. Uh-huh. Retrying those. Yep. Headline counts, good. Standout hits for you. Yep. Firing the entries off with URN format, saving them what we have to CSV now. Okay. Awesome. Zoom out. And this is what Claude Code looks like here. It's honestly much faster. Like, it is so much more faster than, I don't know why Cowork is so slow. Super, super great, but for some reason it's just slow. But I mean, every time I use this app, it's getting faster and faster and better, and it's good. It's good stuff. Valid parameters. Let's take a look at the command center, see what's going on. A lot of searches here.
Hey, John, I'm sorry, quick question while we're looking. I put a question in the chat. I'm having a lot of challenges with like so I'm pulling in this intent data. I get something strong, and I'm trying to get, it to sound human. Like I want to insert just like a first short, brief sentence in an email. Do you have any tips on, making, giving it some kind of way to do that so it's not just, calling out some facts, but it's actually being a little more human with the personalization?
Yeah, you should have a voice DNA, a business profile of your business, a voice DNA. It should have a lot of writing samples. It should have access to all of that in a project folder.
Thank you.
Yeah. Once it has all of that, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, let me show you some examples of some emails that's all AI generated, and it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Is it this guy? Oh my gosh, so many emails are sent out. Which one? Wow, a lot of emails. Where are all these emails get sent out? Okay, a bit older. Sending out too many emails. Why is it sending out all these emails? I gotta do some investigation. Oh yeah, sending out too many emails. Well, lovely. I think it was Matt. ATT was the name of the guy. Huh. I thought it sent the email to him. I guess it didn't. Because I don't see it here. Oh, I know what it is. This is a resend glitch. Resend doesn't like to show emails that get sent through the API. This happens a lot. It's so annoying. I don't know why resend does that. All right, well, I can't show it to you because I know this glitch. I've experienced it so many times. Okay, so it found all these people here. 10 out of 10 straight gold mine. Search was one. Uh-huh. Standout hits. Yeah. Yeah, all these look perfect. Yeah. So now it's still going. Running count 25-8 here. 36 qualified now. Nice. See, these are super highly qualified. High intent, highly qualified, highly active. Like, before Claude, if you want to do this yourself, like, good luck. It would take you days to do this research, sometimes weeks to do this. You basically have to have a team of people to do this for you. Now it's all done basically automatic. Now you're just, sitting in the cockpit and just watching it as it's doing all this stuff, right? Yeah, that's exactly right, Edward. It is wild what it can do. Let me see that. Fixed. Cached errors. MCP auto deploys on push. Restart your Claude session. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Still going, guys. Still going. We're gonna run out of time before it finishes because Claude Cowork is just a little slow, but it's going. It's going. 47 qualified. I think I'll just stop it right now. Um, Come on. The 47 qualified is really good. What do you want to do for next steps? We don't have to do any more. Let's just stick with these 47. Yeah, Firecrawl is honestly, I see Aaron, I'm looking at your comment right now. For web scraping, Claude is really good at web scraping.
Yeah.
Firecrawl is like just like a little better. It's like honestly, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Claude can do like 99% of what Firecrawl
Really?
can do. Oh yeah, it's like what's the point of it, to be honest? And
I tried
Phantom
the
Buster,
Amplify thing, but it broke.
yeah, and Phantom Buster, honestly, sucks. Like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
you feel like this is the best thing, right? I mean, and it's what it's like 87 a month for the Zevari.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Phantom Buster sucks because it's all cookies, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they don't have any direct connectors, so it takes forever to manually do all this manual scraping. It just takes so long, right? Whereas like Safari does it, see, automatically. All right. There's something going on with this Claude session here. It's not connected right. It's showing legacy mode. When it finishes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just restart it. This is a common bug with Claude. Sometimes it just doesn't connect to MCPs. And you know what? Let's just stop it here. So I'm going to zoom out so you all don't get like whiplash. Quit, shut it down, turn it back on. We're going to do the full reset. Okay, it's off. Okay, we're back. We're back in business. Let's go. Let's pull up the project. Where does
Like, could you change
our...
that from legacy model to 4.7?
Yeah, why does it still say legacy? It should just be default to 4. Where does our campaign
I feel like that's
with
why it's
the
breaking, right?
47? I mean, probably. Where does our campaign with the 47 leads stand? It's going to start let's just start a new session. New clean session here. Get into it. So since we're in the same project, it should be able to load up everything, like load up all the context, because all context exists within a per project basis. So here we go. It's trying to pull up other tools. Look at that, it's pulling up Lead Panther too. That's nice. You don't need to use Lead Panther instantly. We are in this project, we made a campaign and we found 47 leads and we qualified them. And then we're doing outreach through Safari. So where does this stand right now? What are the next steps for that? It's always best to stop AI. Like AI would have figured it out, what I meant, but it would have wasted tokens figuring it out. So rather than it wasting tokens, you watch it. If you see it veering off, you just stop it like I did and you give it guidance. See, now it's pulling up everything here. So it's pulling up the right stuff. So that's good. Make this a little bigger. So he's pulling up the memory. Good. He's doing what he should be doing. There we go. See, it found it. Pull up the campaign target list, the README. So it's pulling up all the stuff here. Found it. It was storing information in CSV. Pulled that up too. Great. So it's working. Good. And it's going a little faster. So I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird that it's defaulting to legacy models. It usually always defaults to Opus. So I don't know why the heck it's defaulting to legacy. It's weird.
Hey John, we just a question for the MCP, because you
Yeah.
just randomly say GTM agency. Obviously, we wouldn't prompt it that, right? We would give them like a full ICP, so it would do the same thing, right? It'll just say, "Hey, look at this Excel sheet. Here's the details of the ICP." Then
Yeah.
it'll do that. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So first, what it would do is like, so when you first sign up with Safari, if
Yeah,
we go to the agents here, so these are all the different skills that we have here, right? So we have setup,
sure.
discovery, detect, deploy. It's going to run the setup one. This is the setup one here. So this is what it does. So it looks at your profile, updates your profile, gets your voice DNA. It customizes an outbound campaign for you. Not everybody does outbounds on Safari. It could also, help you write posts. It can help you write comments. It can help you do a whole post calendar too. But it figures out what you want to do. Like, what's your goals? What's your goals with
Mm,
LinkedIn? What you're trying to do on LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. It figures that all out. So it
got it.
calls this wizard here. So see, it calls the skill, profile, safety status, instructions, and you just walk through it. So you copy it, you put it into Claude. Claude just walks you through the steps. That's it. And so then, like, as it gets your information, it's storing that in the Safari database. So your voice DNA
But
and
why
all of
would we
that.
have to copy that to Claude if we can just call it out from Cowork, right?
Yeah, you can, but this is just faster.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, so you
got
just
it.
you just click the button, you paste it in, and then it knows exactly what to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's
Okay,
just
got it,
faster.
got it.
I'm trying to make the experience as quick and easy as possible for you guys, right? So we can get
Yeah.
more EBITDA.
Yeah, that's right. So I ordered this one for you. So,
Exactly.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I gotta re-auth the MCP connector. It doesn't want to write stuff to the database. I gotta re-auth the MCP. This happens so much. This is a Claude thingy. Every like once in a while, Claude's like, I can't talk to the MCP. You gotta shut it down, turn it back on. It's like fine. So that I'll do that. Well, just to do that real quick, you go into settings here. We go to connectors. We have all of our connectors here. We go down to this. We disconnect.
Oh,
We remove it. Remove. Easy. And then we go back into here. We go to settings and here's all my stuff here. By the way, you can add emails providers so you can do cold outreach as well. So Claude will write the part of the outbound campaign is it will not only do the LinkedIn channel, also do email channel as well. So all you got to do is get your smart lead API key and just pop it in there, and then Safari will send off the emails too. So I just wanted to flag that real quick. So here's the stuff. We add custom connector, paste, copy, paste, add, connect. Go pull it in, authorize. What the heck? Well, that's why it's having an issue. There's an issue, there's a bug. Lovely. Let's fix that real quick. Let me zoom out, guys. Sorry about that. I was doing an update just before this call, so clearly the update had it. Clearly it had an impact. Why is the MCP connection not working? So we'll get it to fix it real quick. this? Why did this come up? Close this. Same bug. No, it doesn't, right? That's why OAuth authorize sales an error. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. It shows done. Okay. But then it doesn't show connected here. Okay. We'll sort this out. We just rolled out an update so that agencies can, go sign up to Safari, and basically your customers can log in and then you can operate your customers' accounts through Safari. So we haven't released this. So you're seeing some behind the scenes right now. You haven't released this feature yet. We're just building the foundation, and clearly there's some bugs in the foundation here. So hasn't rolled out. Okay, deployed, reauthorize now, should work. Awesome. Let's close this. Go into here, connect. Look at that, green. Okay, beautiful. Yay, we fixed it. Connected, woo. Okay, great. Now we can get back to our conversation here. Okay. MCP has been reauthorized. Try again. Lovely. All right. Still gotta fix it. Row level security. If you guys ever done row level security, still issues. Row level securities are so annoying. It's like these little weird bugs that's in the code. But of course we'll get sorted out. So yeah. Let's go back to this. Try again. We'll have it running while it's doing this stuff. We can still have it running through the other steps in the process here. So we can have multiple Claudes running at the same time, which is what we should all be doing.
I think you're back to the legacy models.
Yeah, that's okay. I just restarted this conversation here, that's why. It's saving everything in an Excel file right now, a CSV, which is fine. We can put it all into Safari right afterwards. So I get this little RSL level bug solved. Yeah, okay, it's doing it there. Good. Building the master list now. Save plan 2 remaining title searches. Cool. I just went back to this conversation because, we already have a pretty big chain here, so I might as well continue it. Look, guys, this was going to be an hour long, and we're at the hour, and you're all still here. We can keep going. It's up to you.
Yeah, my
guys.
manager just pushed our one-on-one, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay on.
Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's doing some stuff. Close this. And just to review everything that's done, here's all the progress that's done here. Voice DNA, update the profile, activate the skills, pick discovery approach, run prospect, create the GTM agency list, run the title searches, find 2 to 3 high signal intent LinkedIn post scripts, score the candidates against the ICP, which I think is what it's doing now. And now it's consolidating them all into a spreadsheet by tiers, decision columns, per prospect, personalization, hooks, etc. This is actually probably better because then I can, show you guys all in one spreadsheet the output of everything that's done. It's pretty sweet. Okay, building the master spreadsheet. Cool. Let me zoom out. So, what is this? All right, let's pull up Claude Code here. Still going. Yeah. Right in the file. There are 28 of us on the call. That's wild.
Hey John, I've got a question.
Go for it,
I mean,
man.
I kind of missed the first half of the session, but I was just curious that like how do you do it without getting banned? Maybe you explained that right at the beginning. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he says without because like I've heard of people doing this and then LinkedIn kind of like throws you out and you get on the naughty step.
You get on the naughty list, exactly. Yeah, we have built in, so every action runs through Safari here. So Safari, so you can see anytime Claude does anything like search LinkedIn, send a message, every single action is logged and it goes through the safety detection system, which is always on, it's always running. And you can see all of your actions here is all logged, all of them here. Connections, messages, posts, searches, it's all logged. And the detection system's always running. So if Claude will, does too much all at once, Safari will stop it. Safari will stop it before it even touches LinkedIn. So that's how. Safari knows all the limits. It's always monitoring all the actions against the limits because there's like per minute limits, there's per hour limits, there's per day limits, there's per week limits, and all of it's mapped out. Of course, LinkedIn doesn't say any of this, but that's the value that we provide. We figured it out. So
Yeah, I see. Okay, that's how it works.
yeah.
And so the Safari is your product?
Yeah, Safari, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, sir. She's still going. All right, no problem. Let's take a look at cursor here. Okay. Just manually redeployed the latest version. Retype path. Restart Claude. Yeah. I need the actual server message. Well, it should have gave us the actual server message, right? Okay. Well, what I can do. Usually you have to restart things, but let's just give it a go. Trying to save. What we're doing right now is because you can run this all through Claude, but I'm going to save it into Safari. So that Safari, hey, it works. Woohoo! RLS blocker is cleared. Let's go. Like I said, if you've ever dealt with an RLS issue, so annoying, but it's what it's needed though. So yeah, there you go. Beauty, beauty, beauty. She's working. All right. Okay, which slice of local targets should I bulk into Safari? So now it's going to take all the stuff that's solved, put locally, and yeah, let's just do it all. Let's do it all. Once imported, how should I handle the new leads? Enroll new Wave 3 campaign. Yeah, there we go. Let's do it. Let's do a Wave 3 campaign. It's going to create a new campaign. Awesome.
John, quick question.
Of course.
How much of Safari is predetermined, kind of like you know, the things that you can do, and how can you optimize or how can you adjust it to your own business?
It's a pretty broad question, but I mean, it can do whatever you want it to do on LinkedIn. But think about it this way. So Safari exists in Claude. It gives Claude examples and skills on how Claude can use your LinkedIn. So at the end of the day, the product really is Claude, is telling Claude how to do these things intelligently. Because Claude can do a lot of stuff, but like we know the workflows. We give Claude the workflows, like for example, or the playbooks, or whatever you want to call it. Like for example, this ultimate workflow here, we give it that. And because we gave it this awesome workflow, Claude just, structures the entire thing. Claude thinks through on how to do this. Claude does all the research and et cetera, et cetera. So you can use it for a lot of stuff, to be honest. Like you can use it if we go to agents here, you can use it for discovering, building a list, comparing audiences, researching people, prospecting, enrichment. You can use it for industry polls, researching just trend analysis. Like you can search across LinkedIn, scoring, tracking competitors, scanning for signals. You can use it for crafting outreach, warming up prospects, sending connection requests, creating a pipeline, doing a pipeline outreach, conversing with people, analyzing and classifying your inbox, responding to people in your inbox, etc. Creating content, creating lead magnets, for example, because people
So if
you've all
I
seen my
understand
lead
this
magnets.
correctly,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. So if I understand this correctly, so as you said at the beginning, so that Savari is the muscle
Yeah, it's the
to
hands, the
execute,
muscle. Yeah, that's right.
but it has certain skills in those, what it can do.
Yeah.
And to refine that, I use Claude. So, for example, it's not kind of like a campaign could be a lot of things. So, reaching out for an initiative or whatever it may be. Correct?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. Claude is the brain, Safari is the hand. Sometimes the hand gives the instructions to the brain figures out which of the instructions it should do based on what you want it to do or what your goals are. So it always starts with your goals. What are your goals? Is your goal to make some great content? Is your goal to make a list? Is your goal to do outbound? Is your goal to book meetings? Is your goal to get people into a webinar? Starts with your goal and it works backwards.
So, but you start this in Zevari as well as you do it in Claude, or because you have to.
Yeah. So first you
startup
sign up.
phase.
You sign up in
Yeah.
Safari. After you sign up to Safari, it'll bring you to the dashboard. There'll be like an onboarding steps. The onboarding step will basically bring up this. We'll start with this. So for example, if I copy this is the onboarding wizard. I take the onboarding wizard. It's still running here, but I can do another task just to show you. I can just pop it in. And let's go. So now it's going to run through all of this, and it's going to know that I've already done this, right? But if this was being done for the first time, then it would see it's pulling out all my stuff here, pulls in the onboarding wizard skill. See, so it pulls up the skill because the skills are all stored in the back. The skills are long, as you know what a skill is. It's a very long instructional file, like usually like 500 to 1,000 or more lines of instructions. So it's all stored there. So it pulls it all in. So it's gonna run through it, right? So see, so it's gonna look like this. Welcome to Safari, John. Your setup. Quick intro. I'm your Safari AI assistant. Here's what we're gonna do. Figure out your voice DNA. We're gonna do your phase 3 ICP review. Who's your ICP? So he's already done this. Like it's a little confused why I'm asking to do this again. So that's why it's being like, okay, maybe it wants me to review it again. Does this look right to you? Here's your warm-up briefing, yeah. Phase 6, recommended skills chaining. So it puts together like based on your goals. So it's gonna you're gonna tell it your goals, and then it's gonna be like, all right, so these are the skills that we should use, and this is how we would chain the skills together so that it does this thing for you to achieve your goal, essentially, right?
So to understand this correctly, so if I need to open a new project for what I want to do in Claude, and give it also all the background information about myself and
Yeah.
everything
Yep.
about
Throw
that
in
first,
throw in
so
as
that
many
we're
documents
always in
as
the same
possible.
project, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
best to work in the same project. Put as much information as you can. It's best to
Yeah.
start with a folder. So you make a folder here. So like, see, here's my root folder. I do a new folder, and I'll call it like, I don't know, new Outbound, for example. So I create the folder, and I just put all of my documents in there, like Word files, Excel files, any type of text files. Text files is the best, like README files, because AI reads that the best. Of course, it can read like a Word document and a PowerPoint. It can read all that stuff, but it reads like text files the best. So give it text
Yeah.
files. Give it markdown files.
I mostly have markdown files anyway, so
Nice, nice. That's great, man. That's great. AI loves that. I love it too. So, okay.
I'm a markdown fan. I need a t-shirt.
All right. So look. So we see it's creating a campaign right now. Awesome. Allow it. So it's going to create the new campaign. Click it. And then it's going to basically, we're going to review the campaign of everything that it's generated here. Okay. Of course, we can like, have more back and forth. I'm just telling it to do everything really fast so that, you guys can see that it can do it. Um,
Yeah.
but of course, you could always have this conversation with it, like, well, why would we do this versus that? Like, why do you think we should do this? Can we change this? And it would be like, sure, no, or the classic AI phrase, you're right, I'm wrong. Oh, you're so
Right.
smart. I'm so dumb.
So, what plan do you have on Claude?
I have the max plan because I use this all the time because I don't have a life. So I see Aaron laughing because
No, I had to do it. I had to do it. I mean, I just got this job. Now I'm on enterprise, and boy, is it expensive there. So,
oh yeah,
and it's really locked down. So I'm still using my personal for everything, just till I get a V1 out. But
really?
man, and then I was like, I go, hey, maybe we should ask the Anthropic rep how to reduce token costs. They go, wait a minute. First we were like, let's ask Claude. I'm like, well, I think they're both, they get paid on consumption. So it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
so I'm like, maybe we should ask them. Let's ask like ChatGPT or something. Let's ask another LLM that's in
Honest,
competition.
honestly, Claude will tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claude
I
will
put in
tell
the
you.
chat, I found some ways to do it, some ways to really reduce the token usage. And,
Yeah,
it's all about keeping that Claude markdown like really short, like 100 like 100. I found out mine
yeah,
was like 800 lines long.
yeah,
So I just cleaned
yeah,
that up.
exactly.
But
Exactly, and like keep your conversations as quick and to the point as possible. When you finish something in your conversation, move to another conversation. Don't just keep running the same conversation over and over and over again because then it just the tokens just increases over and over and over, and then it uses more and more and more when it doesn't need to use that much. So, yeah,
But within a project, right? So you move to the next chat within the project so that you
yeah,
can save
yeah,
some
which is
right?
what I did here, right? So. As you can see, I've been kind of like bouncing around here. So here's the chat here too. So see it generated the doc. We can review it here while we're waiting for the other one if we want. But here we go. See priority tier, ICP status, name, headline, location, nice company, URL, the AC LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn's internal provider ID. Shh. We're not supposed to know this. Shh. Here's the source where they got it from. Okay, found it on a post, title search. Okay, cool. Rationale for why it's a fit. Uh-huh. Personalization hook, how we're going to do the personalization to them. Nice. And notes. Yeah, so it's all really good.
So do you connect it to a CRM or?
If you want, yeah, of course. I mean, this is Claude, right? So Claude, see, we have the connectors here. HubSpot
Gotcha.
has a really good MCP connector. I think Pipedrive does too. But yeah, HubSpot is like so expensive, but they're really tech focused, so I like them for that. So the answer is yes, yes. Let's take a look at this one here. She's still building, huh? All right. Let's see what it's doing here. And it's doing a lot of stuff, as we can see here. See, it's like it has all the information here. All right. It's running its script, it's building the thing, it's doing the working. Awesome. If this was in Claude Code, it would probably be done by now. Aaron knows. Aaron's like, yeah, I did do
Yeah,
a
I mean,
little.
I'm just learning it, so just started to use it, but
Ah, yeah.
yeah. Well, luckily, the place I work at, I mean, I met our new CTO, and he's freaking awesome, and he's just like, because I mean, he's like, you're an artist. You think differently than engineers. Like, I just want to put you in a sandboxed environment. You can blow everything up, and then you tell us the recipe. You make the chicken soup recipe, and then I'll have 100 people make it real. So he's gonna pair me up with somebody that's like a real data scientist, and then kind of bring my visions to life.
Dude,
So
I mean,
this agency thing, man, it was like I tried it for a year, but I mean, I just did my taxes. I'm like, oh my god, dude, it's like
that's
talk
so,
about
that's
spending a lot of money on subscriptions. But this
yeah.
has been great, John. I appreciate it. I mean, I've learned a lot from you. So
Yeah, man, of course, dude. Honestly,
yeah,
if you're using Claude Code and you figured out how to use it, then like you definitely have a technical mindset. Like, just so you all know, like I'm not a technical person at all, and I've built all of this myself. So, and I built it all because Claude just. Oh no! See, this is.
no, yeah,
Oh. I think it's this conversation is not using the 1 million token limit. That's probably why. Yeah.
yeah, man, the dreaded
Yeah.
compound.
Yeah. Well,
Or is this a new feature
it's compacting the
in Claude?
conversation because they ran out of tokens. The default token is usually like
Yeah.
200,000, so it's basically burned through 200,000 tokens. But if you're using Claude Code, with Claude Code, you can use the 1 million. See 1 million here? So you use the 1
Yeah.
million token limit, which is a lot more, which means you can basically it's like 4x. You can have 4x the amount of context within a conversation before it does the compacting, which is great.
Well,
Yeah, and I was
it's
reading, I was
great
watching.
because I haven't seen. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I haven't seen that, so I was just kind of like, wow, it does that now. So I
Yeah.
haven't reached a limit in that. So
Yeah, well,
pretty
it's doing a
strong.
lot of information right now. Like it's we don't
Sure.
see it, but there is a lot of data in the background that it's handling, and as you can see, it's creating a campaign right now. So it's moving data around, it's pushing it into Safari. It's doing a lot of stuff under the hood. If you click on all these things, you can kind of see all the stuff that it's doing. You can inspect it. You can see. See, it built like these scripts. It needs these scripts here, and see like all the information it's dumping into the database here. Like it's quite a lot.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's why
Well,
it
thank you.
runs. That's why it runs out of context because it's dumping some stuff. Made some blockers.md file. I know I did that. Oh, it's picking up for wherever it left off, basically. So yeah. Honestly, after it creates this, I can just go back into Claude Code and we can do a lot faster there. But yeah. But anyways, oh, okay, this is good. Now verifying the answer. Okay, we're getting there. Leads, dashboard, stats, get campaigns. So it's pulling all the campaigns now. Awesome. Oh yes, give me a summary, please. Finally. It's a clean pick point. I don't know what the pickup point means, but let's see what it comes up with. It's creating this doc. Oh, created some markdown document. I wonder where we're gonna view it. All right, so it created a nice markdown document here. What's live in Safari? Nice. Draft not yet active, right? Here's everything here. Steps, path forward, activate. Yes, you need to activate it. Yes. Right, so it should give me, here we go. Good. Wave 3 is built. Setting and draft in Safari campaign. Right, blah, blah, blah. Good. decision points. Give me the link to view it in Zevari. It should have that. But this all looks really good. Searching the code. It's supposed to generate a link, so why is that doing that? But you see here, like this is what it would do here. A link, approve here, and then it gives you, and then you click the link, and then it brings you in there, and then you see and you approve it. Try one of these. Okay, let's do it. Hang on.
John, this has been great. I gotta
yeah.
jump. I'll
Wrong
definitely
URL.
catch the end of the recording. Bye, everybody.
See you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it didn't create it. It definitely has the campaign here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. Sign in. Go to campaigns. I think. Okay. Want me to open it? Yeah. Open it in browser. I just released this feature, so I haven't tested it. You should never do what I'm doing, because whenever you release something new, there's a good chance it's not going to work until you test it first. But I was busy all morning dealing with stuff, so that's all right.
We have it here live.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the Safari dashboard URL pattern stored anywhere in the project. You should be able to get it. But yeah, anyways, it's supposed to review it. You know what I can do? I can do it in Claude. In Claude Code, it will work. For this, I'll do it in Claude Code, because I know it'll work there. Open it yourself. Right. I don't actually know Safari's, but here's the ID. Okay, fine. So this is it here. This is the ID. So we take this ID, put it here. Look at that. We got it. Hooray. So here's what it did. Here's the entire sequence here. Step 1, profile view. Step 2, like a post. Step 3, connection request. Step 4, comment. If we click on them, on each of them, here's all of the comments that's going to send to all of the people here. Nice. Wow, that's a lot. This is quite the campaign. Holy shit. Here's all the messages it's going to send to them. Like, pretty freaking awesome, man. Yeah. That's insane. Absolutely insane. All right.
So the questions here look all the same, similar, or is it just the beginning?
Well, it's a message sequence, so yeah, it decided to do that. But as you can see, yeah, the one tool or more per client.
It's a little bit blurry now again.
Oh, it is? Yeah. The text is...
Oh, better.
Yeah, this is it looks about the same. What the heck? All right, so now I gotta tell Claude to change all the messages. It didn't copy the messages incorrectly. See, this is why you review it. As you can see here, it's like literally send the same thing to everybody. So we gotta fix that, of course. This is why we review it here. And as you can see, it maps out the entire pipeline here. So here's the entire pipeline. So the next steps, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to say like, hey, every single message and every single comment is all the same. We got to fix that. I'm going to do it in Claude Code though. For this...
Did you just send all these messages out, or what was this just here?
It will send them out, yeah. It's in review. For this campaign,
okay,
which is in draft, all the messages and comments look like the exact same. Can we customize them? I think there was an issue when it was copied from the Excel file. because remember it originally created an Excel file. I think it just copied them incorrectly. So that's a Claude thing. Let's see if we can find it here. I think it created it here. It was this, the master targets summary. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I made the master targets here, but it just didn't customize the comments. Didn't do it well. So clearly, it just did not do it well, but that's fine. All right. We got to reset. Okay, no problem. So this is how we fix it.
1000%.
This. Go to resume. Pull this up. Try again. Close this. There we go.
Okay, so you build the fix. Claude Code. A Claude Code program that fixes your build.
Okay, see now it's calling it. It's working. So got 17 of us on the call. I mean, that's you guys are awesome. Still sticking around. By the way, for all being on this call, if you want to give Safari a try, I'm going to give you all a 20% off coupon. So, okay, confirm the issue. All 54 targets get identical copy. Yeah, that's not good. The instructions in each step says per target personalization, but no slug message was pushed. Okay, before I go generate 270 personalized messages. Damn, that's a lot. One question. You said there was an issue when it was copied. Okay, I was wrong. I thought there was an Excel file. There's not. We need to generate all of these personalized messages. You need to do this all from scratch, okay? So please do this. And of course, you should already have information. So if you go into the campaign, there should, be data on each of these leads. Like for example, you can take a look at their profile information. It should already all be stored in Safari in that campaign. So it should all be there. So you don't have to do a bunch of unnecessary profile lookups because we already know information about them. We already got their headline. We already have all of this. It should already be there in the campaign data. You have John's voice DNA, so make sure you write everything using John's voice DNA and you have the goals of the campaign already. If there's anything missing, let me know. Ask me questions before you go ahead and you write these personalized variants, okay? And there we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna use Claude Code for now because it's faster. So, and if you guys want to use or learn how to use Claude Code, I have a school community and I teach all this stuff. I actually have a team of people who are smarter than me, who are actual engineers and actually much smarter than me. One of them could be on this call right now, Alex. This guy here, Mr. Yao. This guy is straight from Silicon Valley. He really knows this stuff. So this is Agent J here. This is the paid community. So this is where we teach you everything about AI foundations, Claude Cowork, Claude skills, Claude Code. It's all here. And I mean, like we just started doing Claude Code, by the way. Like we just started teaching it. But we have Claude skills, tons and tons of resources here, guys. Like tons and tons of stuff. So if you want to learn it with the community and actually, as you can see here, we have a ton of calls, a ton of calls, 5-6 calls per week, live calls, live sessions per week. You jump on, ask us. They're really good. People are crushing on here. This guy named Tanvir, he just did an automation, a full automation for his business, end to end. And it's incredible. This dude could barely do Claude a month ago. Now he's doing automations. So huge call out to Tanvir if he's watching this. Kudos to him. All right. Ground up truth from Safari. Is stored per lead. No company. No location. No post. No ICP score. Right. Example. Decisions from you. Scope of the personalization. Headline only. Fast works today. I personalized the connect. That seems fine. No fresh. 2 hours of drafting. Right. Headline plus recent post. I'll pull up each recent post via Safari and anchor them to the comment. That's better, right? Headline and post, yeah. Off ICP filtering. You want me to triage first? No. Okay, this is good. Yeah, let's do for number one, scope of personalization, let's do headline plus recent post because I want this to be as personalized as possible. These all 54 of them, they're already they are ICP matched already because the previous AI agent already matched them, so we don't have to worry about that. The comment step, since stored data has no post stored, we can look up the comments if you want. Drop comment step. No, let's do the comment step. I want you to look up the post comment and actually, you know, write a comment on each of the posts. You're going to want to, yeah, go ahead and do this. I know it's going to run for a while, but do it. And I want the comments to be personalized to the actual post. All right, so it's going to do it. Okay, guys, look. You guys are awesome for still being here, but this is already super long. 16 of you still here. Awesome. Any last questions before we close this out? I see Lee Parson. Agent J Plus is the real deal. Yeah, Lee is in Agent J, literally. So, Lee, I haven't met you, but I've seen your name and I've seen your activity. So, just giving you a thumbs up. Eric, thank you. This was awesome. It was awesome that you guys, you know, enjoyed this. A name I can't pronounce. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Your last name is Kraskuki. I probably Polish. I hope it's Polish. With the ski, it's usually a Polish. So, Hitesh, super interesting. Robin gotta go. Yeah. All right. Uwe, thank you. Guys, thanks for sticking around. Like, it was awesome. Appreciate you all. Appreciate all your questions. Have a great rest of your Friday. Bye for now.
Record.